Hello guys and welcome back. This is SuperHero Sunday. I'm joined here with my friend Brad Foster.
Hello.
Tell them about yourself, where you work, and...
I work for a company that I would rather not name, but if you'd like to find me elsewhere on the internet, you can find me at ramblingwithbrad.blogspot.com, and on iTunes I host a podcast called Late Night Ramblings with Brad Foster. If you don't mind the plug here.
Because all you need.
I'm part of a Fandub, an animated series doing Yu-Gi-Oh! Season 0 with Team Millennium. I'm the voice of Yugi, Yame, Kaiba, and a few other people that are coming because it's a lot of pressure. It really is. Like, they think that I can just do everything, and I can't. Like, anytime there's like a small character, like, oh, just give it to Brett. Why?
Yeah.
There needs to be different people.
There needs to be a variation of voices.
I mean, I can do
more than you can do.
Because
you can kind of tell it's still you in some places.
Yeah, in some places.
You need to have some variation.
Exactly. But it's fun.
Yeah.
Please go check it out. Check out my podcast. Like, subscribe, whatever it is that you do or do not do. You can masturbate. I don't care.
So, the first thing on SuperHero Sunday we're actually going to talk about is, like we did last week, Gotham. We're going to go through the shows on through the days of the week, or through the time, since on Tuesday we do have two shows. So on Gotham, first, I would like to talk about how the tension between Penguin and Gordon is coming in.
I love that, actually. I love that Penguin is finally becoming more of not just like a little skinny Walter White. He's actually becoming Oswald Cobblepot. I mean, you know, he has the walk. He's finally carrying around the umbrella. He's not fat yet, which is fine. I don't really care about that. But, you know, I love it. I want to hear the laugh. I want that so much. I want that to come from, like, Bullock punching him and then, like, dislocating his jaw somehow.
From something that I kind of noticed that I'm not sure if it's kind of foreshadowing or so, but when he shot Coulson, when he walked out, he had his eye slightly covered. I wonder if that's a nod to he may be getting a monocle soon.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe.
I don't know if they go
if they go the Arkham route, it could also be, you know, like the end of a Coke bottle, like in the eye. Yeah, that'd be kind of neat. But yeah, no, Penguin's doing super good. And you know what? Robin Lord Taylor has always been amazing in that show. He's actually the reason I kept watching Gotham in season 1 because he's just fantastic.
He is a perfect Penguin. And I never kind of expected
it. And I doubted it at first.
Yeah. I mean,
I was like, he's a skinny guy. He's the kid that blew shit up with his mind from Accepted. What are you doing?
Yeah.
But he's great.
he did a great job. And honestly, that's the same thing, because it's kind of going further than what I was going to go with. But Jerome, I did not expect a small little ginger kid to be a great Joker, but he's excellent, I think, in my opinion.
No.
He's the psychotic Joker I like.
No.
All right, speak your mind.
There should not be a Joker before there is a Batman. That is not how it works.
There's not, but...
They obviously made this to where Jerome is pseudo-Joker.
Yeah.
With the laughing and the stabbing and the magic theme show, whatever.
He's the proto. He's like what makes Joker, basically.
I have a lot of things that I don't like about this. I mean, there's the whole... I mean, yeah, the smile, the laugh, whatever. On paper, it's nice. On paper. In practice, it makes for good TV, but for Batman storytelling, it is not good. It's just the fact that they want Jerome to be the Joker already, because fans clamored for it. Bruno Heller kind of crumpled under the weight, I think, from season 1. They're like, you know what, fine, we're going to stop with this who can be the Joker mystery and just fucking give it to you, which annoyed me. But they straight up basically say he's the Joker without saying he's the Joker. Then they make different allusions to Barbara.
Mm-hmm.
They make different allusions to Barbara being Harley, which is super fucking stupid.
Yeah, that is.
And now they're making allusions to Barbara being female Joker. What the actual hell?
Yeah.
Get your shit together, Bruno. Are you listening? Please, get it together. You're doing Penguin beautifully. You're doing the Riddler beautifully. Get it together, okay? Clowns are great, but they come after Bruce, alright? It's just, stop. Just stop it.
And I completely agree with what you're talking about there, but what I was saying is, I didn't expect him to act that well as Joker. Like, I know it's not supposed to be, but I love his acting. Like, he killed that laugh.
You know what? Nah, the laugh was good. I'll give you that. I didn't love it. The thing that sold me, whenever I actually accepted Jerome as a character, was whenever he did the whole Dark Knight-ish, like, TV camera thing with Commissioner Essen.
Yeah.
That was good. I will say that. That was good.
And that was almost a nod to like Ledger. Like
It
that.
was.
Yeah.
It really was. And you know what? And it's nice to see, but you know, I hate seeing things kind of go out of place, out of whack like that.
That's so true.
I mean, but I'm kind of a perfectionist about this. Like, I don't expect Bruce to be Batman. Like, we had talked before about how, you know, it'd be kind of neat if Gotham Season 2 took place, like, 5 years in the future or something, and, you know, Bruce was already, like, becoming, like, a judo master and whatnot. But it is great to see that Alfred is stepping in to teach him and doing all that stuff. It's great to see that coming. It's great to see the beginning of the Batcave.
Yeah.
Lucius Fox, all this stuff. Actually, I think my favorite part of I do this a lot on my podcast too. My favorite part of not the most recent episode of Penguin,
but episode 3.
Episode 3. My favorite part was at the magic show. Friggin' Alfred gonna get your girl, Gordon.
Yeah.
Oh my God, Alfred got game.
He's trying to hit on Thompson right there.
Hello.
All right, so
Good.
Moving on, there's 2 things I do want to talk about on Gotham.
Okay.
That's personally that I've made notes of.
Okay.
Because on this, what I kind of want to do with this show is talk more about I want to talk about the show as itself, but I also want to talk about like the cinematography and editing that we've done.
Yeah, totally. We went to school for that.
Yeah, this is what we love. But one thing that I love, I'm going to talk about Riddler last because that's my dude. But what I want to talk about is Zsasz, because Anthony Carrigan is a great Zsasz, I think.
I completely agree.
I did not know who he was before this, but he played.
He was also he was a villain on The Flash.
He was?
Yeah, he was the guy who turned into smoke.
Oh yeah, I do remember that.
Yeah.
But I love him as Zsasz.
He really is. He's fantastic. I wish that they would. I wish they would focus a little or show a little more of him like cutting himself whenever he kills somebody. But I understand for syndicated TV, you kind of can't do that a whole hell of a lot. But you know, the few times they've done it.
Oh yeah.
And just like the bald head, the always open eyes, it's perfect. But it's so good.
A cinematography thing that I really saw that I loved on this past episode was when he shoots the hydrant and the water's coming down and he escapes. That shot is so beautiful. I don't know if you can remember that.
No, I do. And that was really well done. I think actually, I loved the Zsasz, I loved the framing actually, a few scenes before that. Whenever he breaks into that other guy's campaign office, and it's just his head is like, oh well, I'm here to volunteer.
Yeah, it's like, oh look,
and I just because I look, you see the door, and then you see him just kind of oddly put his head in like that. It was
and hopefully
good.
I can find a snapshot and put it up to see for people who don't remember. But
it was creepy and it was good, and he just waltzes in there and he had this line. What was it? He was like. Yeah, because the guy came in, he was like, there's 5 of us and only one of you, and he was like, yeah, it hardly seems fair.
Yeah.
True. Jesus.
All right, and then the last thing I would like to talk about is, because Riddler has always kind of been one of my favorite Batman villains.
Oh yeah, Riddler was a favorite of mine too, especially from the animated series, whenever he was voiced by Lex Luthor's dad.
And no matter
the guy who made Poison Ivy, now that you think about it.
No matter how much I hate him in the game, but...
Really?
No, you have to find 250 trophies every single game. That's a little annoying.
That's why. It's the trophy.
Yeah, the trophies. But
I love Wally Wingert's voice for the Riddler.
But him as a character is just amazing. And I feel like they took the show in a different manner. Like, I feel like there's B-roll people that are shooting Riddler because it seems different. Like, they seem like they're having fun shooting Riddler scenes.
It does. It seems more isolated.
Yeah.
Especially the scenes, I mean, obviously the ones where it's him by himself and, you know, I guess we'll have to call it the Riddler persona. Without the glasses comes in, he's like, "What are you doing?"
Yeah,
I love that, and I love this tete-a-tete that he had with Miss Kringle in this past episode because you know he finally got the date. He finally gets the girl after murdering the boyfriend. Spoiler alert. By the way, if you haven't,
wife.
Sorry, kids. But that scene where she goes to the restroom. And you know, it's a low angle shot, and you kind of see him, and he's heading is down. He's like, "Shut up!"
Yeah.
And he's freaking out to himself because he's nervous. He wants to do so well with this girl, but he's fighting off his Riddler persona so hard.
And it turns out it was a good thing.
It does. And see, I'm wondering if they're going to turn Miss Kringle into one of Riddler's sidekicks from the comics.
Yeah.
Because that's a possibility. Especially with her specific line of dialogue whenever she was like, well, my little voice says that this might be okay. Bone.
Yeah.
I mean, if we're going to talk CinemaSins, the power of boners is always strong.
Yeah.
So.
Alrighty, well, do you have anything you want to point out left on Gotham? Alrighty, now we're talking about Flash. You anything off the top of your head that you want to talk about?
You can talk about anything Reverse Flash related, and I'll love it.
Yeah. Well, actually, the first thing I was going to talk about is Zoom, though.
Zoom is good. Zoom is great. Zoom is Hunter Zolomon. Spoiler alert if you didn't know. If you haven't looked on the internet or read a comic.
And if you haven't seen the first episode of SuperHero Sunday, I don't care about spoilers. If you made it to the end of the week and you're looking for videos on reviews, then go fuck yourself, because you should know by now.
Yeah, Zoom is here. That is for definite. We saw a really, really quick glimpse of Zoom in episode 2. You said you thought he kind of looked like lightish blue. I thought he looked like white and gray. Mm-hmm. But most definitely he's Hunter Zolomon. Yeah. The likelihood that he's a different Harrison Wells is extremely low, but I would love that. Yeah, just because of how cheesy it would be. But yeah, so far, if we're gonna keep specifically Zoom, he's sort of starting his own game. Yeah. He's not so much playing yet, so much as he's kind of like throwing pawns at Flash. Because, so far we had Atom Smasher and now Sand Demon. Oh, yeah.
Which, personally, I love Atom Smasher as a character, but that's because my favorite show growing up, well, one of my favorite shows was Unlimited, so, Atom Smasher, he never really had any screen time very much, but he was an awesome character. And I was like, who's that awesome guy who grows very big? But I was little at the time, so. Yeah.
Because that's the funny thing is, Whenever they showed him off, I was like, and then he started growing. I was like, they're not fucking doing Bane, are they?
Yeah.
What the hell?
Yeah. Which honestly, I thought they were doing Bane in the first season when they had a guy rip off the.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I thought that was Bane, but let's continue talking about Zoom. I personally think that, I don't know why, but I think they're trying to make it look like the actual Black Flash, like the Death Flash. I don't know why, but he looks blue. He looks almost death-like instead of.
Yeah, even if he's white and gray, like I think, is the dress white or gold, Ryan? We're not talking about that. God damn it!
It's blue and black.
Fuck you. No. But I see what you mean, and this could the design for Zoom could be more. It could be more fearful, more imposing. He wants to cause more damage mentally and physically. Because, Reverse Flash, Eobard, Wells, whatever you want to call him, he was just all about, fuck you, Barry.
Yeah. But then they are keeping a little, true to the comics, because Hunter Zolomon hated Flash. He doesn't care. He just wants to kill him. So did Harrison Wells, but they showed it more apparent with this one. Straight off the back, they're like, he just wants to kill. He just wants to be the only speedster. He wants to kill everybody.
Yeah.
And I like how they're. I don't know if I'm just going crazy because it's been a long week, but I swear I heard them talk about the cosmic motorcycle, the cosmic treadmill.
Motorcycle. That would be badass.
Yeah.
Ghost Rider on the cosmic motorcycle. Oh, yeah. Different show. But the treadmill they have in Star Labs is kind of the cosmic treadmill was a thing.
Which also because that's
but
how
they do talk about Speed Force a lot, and they've talked about it in the past 2 episodes.
Does Jay Garrick have Speed Force in him?
You know what? I really hope they don't do.
What?
I hope they don't make Jay Garrick Hunter Zolomon.
No,
I would be so mad.
No, I don't think so.
I'm a little annoyed that Jay Garrick, is younger and all that, but I also understand that it's the CW. They only hire young, attractive people. Yeah. And if they're going to go with the Jay Garrick, from a different Earth and, it's happening at the same time, whatever, I get it. I am, however, happy that, they kept the hard water experiment that made Garrick the Flash the same. That was cool.
What they did is they talked about how Jay Garrick's dad was the original Flash too. They said that in the show.
What?
Yeah, he was like, "Oh, my father is." They said they talked about his father being the original Flash. So I don't know. Maybe he's like Jay Garrick Jr. or something. They're just making their own, but.
But Jay Garrick was the original Flash.
I know this. Trust me, I know. But I think they're just trying to make sense.
They're making him Hunter Zolomon.
They're just trying to make sense out of such a confusing multiverse theory. So. But, honestly, I think he's Jay Garrick. I really do. But the only thing I don't understand is how is the people from Earth 2, like Sand Demon and Atom Smasher, have their powers, but when Jake Hare comes over, he doesn't have it?
I don't fucking know. I mean, it might be because Jay was like torn or like pulled through the portal.
Yeah.
And maybe Zoom is like speeding them through so they don't get the effects or whatever. You know what? I love that Cisco. He's like becoming more and more vibe. It's really cool, and he's totally not cool with it.
Yeah,
I loved Professor Stein's like dialogue there. He's like, I thought you of all people would be excited about this, which is totally true. But I also understand why he's freaking the hell out because he only has those powers because. Wells was like, "Fuck you, dude."
Yeah, and they're gonna have to make some way where Vibe never becomes a full-fledged villain, really. I mean, he's really
he's D-list at best.
Yeah, so but they do have to do something where the Star Labs crew breaks apart and
and they've already kind of started the road with Caitlin because Ronnie is gone.
Yeah,
for all intents and purposes.
But he's an Earth 2.
Yeah, obviously.
Yeah.
But
we don't know what happened to him because
she needs a catalyst to become Killer Frost. That's what I'm saying.
And we don't know what happened because Stein did fall down hurting at the end of the episode.
That's true. Something could be happening.
Maybe it's Harrison Wells.
Oh, man.
We don't know. But moving on from that, let's see. What did I have? Oh yeah, I was gonna talk about how I actually like how they did the city, like in Earth 2. Like, it looks cool. I mean, it's obviously
futuristic and stuff?
It's background replacement, but it looks really good. I think it's well done.
Yeah.
Especially since, in my opinion...
screen.
Yeah. In my opinion, The Flash, they could do better a little bit on their editing. I mean, it's just because I see, like, the Atom Smasher, what I talked about in the last episode.
I'm gonna counter that statement real quick. You see, no show is ever going to be really perfect.
Oh, yeah, I totally agree.
And I love the effects that The Flash has. I love what they do. Their editing is pretty good. But, I mean, for anybody, and I'm going to say I'm a big fan before I say this, but, I mean, for anybody who wants to be like, oh, The Flash's, like, speed effects suck.
Yeah.
Well, have you seen, like, Series 9 of Doctor Who, dude? Like, it ain't good.
Yeah.
But I love Doctor Who.
And I'm definitely not saying that the editing on Flash is bad by any means, but since I do want to try to point out, like, cinematography and editing differences, like... Atom Smasher, his skin looked more like the rubber dolls, like the old school rubber dolls, and I felt like it would have been more violent growing. There's just like many things like
veins
that.
popping and stuff.
Yeah. So what I was talking about on like what was that? Oh yeah, you talked about how this they do the Speed Force or like the speed things. I like how they're finally starting to show more. I mean, they showed at the end of last season, but him slowing down the slowed down version of his speed.
Yeah.
Although
and that's something I've wanted to see more of since like we first saw Barry become the Flash in Arrow, because whenever it first happens and it's a really really good clip of just like liquid coming up and him looking around and everything's all normal. He's moving at normal speed, but everything else is super slow, and then BLAM!
Yeah.
Well, you're in a coma now. But I wonder if they're gonna actually tie this into where they do the version of Barry Allen where he's fighting against Zoom so hard that he becomes a bolt of energy that strikes himself to become the Flash.
Yeah, that'd be interesting.
That would be.
But
Crisis of Infinite Berries.
Yeah. Let's see. Yeah, when it comes to the shows that go on earlier in the week, I have to actually read because I focus so much on the show that's going on.
Yeah, right on. I feel you.
Yeah.
But the other thing that I really liked that they did with this episode of The Flash was the actual encounter with Sand Demon.
Mm-hmm.
I like the effects of Sand Demon. I like seeing him take bullets and just a little puff puff.
Oh,
I mean, they're really easy effects to do.
It's really,
but it's a nice touch. I mean, the thing I love more though, I mean, it kind of gave me the Spider-Man 3-ish feel, but actually see him like stretch out a fist.
Oh yeah.
And punch. But it still looked pretty good for the show. And beyond that, I mean, whenever you actually like see Barry and like you were saying with the slowdown time where he's running and running and running and then finally
throw the lightning
and like seeing all of that slow down and then then just seeing Sand Demon turn into glass and shatter. So Barry killed a dude first of all.
And he was fine with it.
But the one thing that actually bothered me about that scene was that but the prelude to it is you see Barry running in circles super fast, Sand Demon and Spivot are being surrounded by, red and yellow, red and yellow, red and yellow. And so Barry stops, or like he's not
He
stopping.
stops, but this
He-
time stops.
Well, time is slow. What you're not seeing, because you see like the trail that he's leaving behind him, but there's nothing in front of him
Yeah.
because he's been doing that. It should still be there,
Yeah.
but it's not, and that bothered me.
Yeah. I mean, there's minor things like, and even on for pacing's sake, when they did the slowdown where he eventually grabbed Spivot,
Yeah,
like I felt like that pacing was. I know it's supposed to be slowed down, but it felt unintentional. For
Yeah.
like, what's the whole point? I know we're seeing the concussion about to go off, but I felt like that could have been done a little bit smoother.
very true. You know what I really want? I want Barry's dad to come back.
Oh my god, Henry had to leave, but he had to leave. I mean,
Bullshit.
yeah.
It's bullshit. Although, because I'm pretty sure you talked about it last week, but I loved that whole Eobard leaving the video message. He's like, so if
Oh, that was great.
if you're getting this and I'm dead and things have gone terribly wrong, then you know what? Fine, I'm going to give you what you want. And he does that video confession.
Mm-hmm.
Beautiful. It's a great moment. And it's not so much like a villain admitting defeat. It's just the Reverse Flash going, you know what? Fuck you anyway. I still don't like you. I killed your mom,
Yeah.
but here's your dad.
You're still not gonna be happy.
Yeah, exactly. I love it. I love the Reverse Flash. I respect the level of hate that he has.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying. I have never hated anything the way that he hates Barry Allen.
Yeah.
And I wish that I could. I wish that I could have that level of emotion towards something. Whether it be good or bad. Just damn.
Alrighty, well let's move on now. Next to Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.